So yeah, so where did we? So how did we
Was
meet
it
though?
was it at the Savoy?
It was at Savoy. I know it was centered around the Savoy.
Yeah.
But did
Was it
Nicole have any?
Courtney or
So Courtney had the cigar, had the mobile,
yeah, the mobile
hookah
lounge. Yeah. So it had to be. It was up there, and then we just pretty much sitting around talking, and then I mentioned about me catering, and you were talking about the Urban Media Network.
Yeah.
So
back then.
it was
Okay.
on those lines, and then you were wanting to get some content,
Right.
and then
Because I was just moving into the area, so I was trying to network with people and trying to see how I can get started with like working with some people and shooting some projects and stuff like that. And so that's how we started with your project of shooting you, your cooking show and stuff like that. And so came out pretty good, man.
Yeah.
But so let's go back to the beginning. So what got you interested in cooking, chef, like that, the whole thing? Where the love for it came from?
Well, it was family.
Uh-huh.
Mainly my mother. She loved to cook, and I would just love standing there watching her. I could have been maybe about 5 or 6 years old, just watching her in the kitchen, season the meat in the sink, and then when she would leave out the kitchen, I would be taking my fingers and tasting the season. It just was just good even before the meal.
Right.
So watching that, and then from there, my aunts, my grandmother, my father's mother was a chef for 26 years at the Ritz-Carlton downtown Cleveland.
Okay.
So going over.
So is that where you from, or?
Well, actually, I was born in Cleveland.
Okay.
I was born in St. Luke's Hospital, 1974. When I turned 2, my mother moved us to New York. So moved to Queens, Flushing, Queens, and I stayed there till I was 12.
Okay.
And then from there, she moved us to Atlanta.
Okay.
So from Atlanta, 12 to 15,
Okay.
back to Cleveland
Okay.
for 20 years.
Okay.
And throughout that whole period of time, I got to get back to Atlanta was a thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what was it about Atlanta back then? Because I know it wasn't like it is now. So what
no.
was it back in the day?
Back then, that was formative years, 12 to 15. So, I'm learning me, myself,
Right.
My style, clothes. I had got a job, summer job, working down when they still had the Georgia Dome.
Yeah.
And across from the Georgia Dome were the projects.
Yeah.
Now it's all parking lots.
Yeah.
So there, working maintenance, having money in my pocket, and then the ladies started coming on, like, all right, about to start high school. It was just that stage stuck.
Yeah.
Of the good times. I was in the Beta Club.
Yeah.
I was in the orchestra. I was in the choir. I played the bass, the cello, and the viola.
Oh, okay.
So
do you play any now, or just,
no? After I left,
I was just wondering because my grandfather, he's up there in age, and so one of the heirlooms that he had, because he was Otis Redding's road manager. So he down there in Macon, it's a big music scene for James Brown, Otis Redding, the Allman Brothers, all those. So he was mixed up in that whole group. But anyway, one of the heirlooms that he recently gave me and my cousin was both his bass guitars from back in the day. And so I was asking him, like, and I forgot the guy's name, but he gave me like a Rowdy Richard, not somebody's name, something like that. So I was gonna go back and research the guy to see if he was a big name or whatever like that, because either way, I'm framing to put it on the wall.
Okay.
But yeah,
see if it's worth a little.
See if it's worth a little something. It got some dings and stuff on there, but
yeah.
it'd be cool to know that I got a $50,000 guitar. I mean, a bass guitar up on my wall. You know what I mean? And it appreciating over time. You know what I mean?
Sir.
So, but yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So, and again, with everything that was going on then, it was a kind of, I'm in school on Monday. I get called to the office to do, they gave me to go around my classes and get all my grades, so like a progress report. So that's Monday. On Thursday, it's a U-Haul pulling up to our apartment. Guy jumps out over our porch, starts grabbing furniture. I'm like, what is going on? I was like, we're going to Cleveland. My mother's sick.
Oh, okay.
So it was like ripped.
Yeah.
You know, I just met this girl named Selena.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Selena, if you're out there, still, you know, she was all one color, that bronze. Your eyes, hair, color, complexion. So it was dimples.
Mm-hmm.
So met her on that Monday.
Yeah.
That Thursday, I'm gone on the road. So it was just kind of always that I got to get back. I'm missing out. So ended up meeting my wife, and it took me a while to convince her because she was born and raised in
Cleveland. Okay.
So it took me a while. We had a couple of children, and finally I was able to convince her
To come
down. So 2009 is when I got back down here.
Okay, so you came right when the recession and all that stuff was happening.
Yeah.
Okay, so getting into it real quick. Okay, so you're smoking a Fat Bottom Betty, right? So how do you like that real quick? So you said you were familiar with it.
Yes. Again, it's the taste, the flavor, it's amazing. It's like when you're doing a cigar, I'd rather leave a little linger.
Yeah.
You know, so this one right here fits perfectly.
Okay.
So yeah.
Because I had one. I did I got the family of that, which was the Sweet Jane or something?
Sweet Mary. Wait, I think it's the Sweet Jane.
Yeah, I think it's the Sweet Jane. Anyway,
yeah.
I had that, and that was my first time smoking something really strong. I don't know what kind of drink I had with it, but it was some alcohol.
Yeah.
It knocked me out. Like, it felt good, but it knocked me out. And so the only reason I don't buy it more often is because the ring size is more like that bullet cone looking style.
Yeah.
And
like
I don't know why it's escaping me.
Like,
the torpedo style.
Yeah.
And it was just too small. I like mine to be with like a 6 or something, or a 5 or something like that.
Okay.
But that was the only reason why I never bought it again. But when I heard that they had the Fat Bottom Betties and it was in the same family, I was just like, okay, well, I'll start smoking that. This is a Dominicano right here, so it's really nice. I gotta have sweet, like you. I gotta have a little lingering taste of sweet something.
Yeah.
When and for the people who are watching, the show is called The Cigarist, and the name stands for Conversationalists Over Cigars. So we're just having a conversation while smoking cigars. That's basically. I'm not an aficionado.
Okay.
I can't tell you the notes of anything. I just like the cigars that I like, and I like having interesting conversations.
Yeah.
And so, when we stayed in touch, when you left, we stayed in touch. You would hit me up out of the blue, and I thought that was really touching when you did that, because when you moved, most people, they move and it was just like, all right, well, I knew somebody real cool. I knew somebody that was doing stuff, and then we off to live our lives and do whatever we set out to do. Right. And then one day I got a text from him like, hey brother, how you doing? And it was over the holidays. It was like happy Thanksgiving or happy 4th of July or something like that. And I was like, oh snap, chef.
Yeah.
I was like, what's up, man? How you doing? Da 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 da. And then we'll chit chat or whatever. And then a couple months go by and you'll hit me up again for just, hey man, just seeing how you doing. I was just like, oh snap, all right, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And then one day you hit me with the book and this and that and so on and so forth. And actually, I didn't even know you had left. I didn't know you had left. I thought you were still here. And so then we were still talking about getting back together to do more of your cooking show.
Right.
And then you told me you had left. And I was just like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, when you get back, we definitely got to do this and do that. But you always stayed in touch. You always hit me up. And, I was just like, yeah, once I get some things going, man, like, because again, we were still planning to do that, and I still want to do that.
Right.
Once you set back down here.
Yeah.
But I always thought that was real cool, man, that you stayed in touch, because you could have been like, well, that was the guy that I worked with and did some stuff with.
Yeah. No, because the type of person you are, and then what we were doing. Yeah. That was a great time in my life. Like again, and it meant something. So, and then we were sitting down before the show, shooting and everything, because we had the demos going. Yeah. We sat down, we talked, so it wasn't just, all right, come in, set up, shoot, out. Yeah. We did develop a relationship. Yeah. So with that, when I see good people, especially with a black man that's trying to do something, want to stay in touch, see how you doing, because a lot of times we don't check on each other. Yeah. So I have this thing, I call it a bruh check.
Okay, yeah. So I hear a lot of men are doing that now.
Yeah,
a lot of men in our age, they're starting to do the bro check.
Yeah,
and because me and my cousin was talking about this a couple months ago, where we realize we're in an age bracket now where we're the new unks. We're the new older, like we're the older generation now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we used to be that generation that was like we were just always looking up to our uncles and our granddads and stuff like that. But we realized we crossed over into that threshold of no, we're that now.
Right.
And what comes with that, a lot of the people that we looked up to, and even people around our age, they're passing away.
Yes. Yep.
And that's when I started realizing, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 47.
Yeah.
I'm about to hit that mid mark. And, you know, for people who haven't taken great care of themselves, you start to feel it when you start getting in those later 30s, getting into your 40s.
Yeah.
You know, and I can remember it wasn't too long ago, man. I want to say maybe like a year ago, where I just got up out of bed and I was hurting.
Wow.
And I couldn't remember what it was I did the night before or the day before, or what was I doing all that week. And I was just like, well, it couldn't have been anything too strenuous.
Yeah.
Because I would remember if I was helping somebody move, or
Yeah.
this thing that I was picking up was hurting my arms or hurting my back or hit my knee or something like that. It was just like, nah, you just hurting on your side.
Yeah. Nah. It's just age.
Just age.
Yeah. That.
And I was just like, oh yeah, I'm getting older, and the body is showing me that you're not as, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, for me, I took it as you're not as healthy as you think you are. You're not the 22, 24-year-old anymore.
A bounce back.
Yeah, there ain't no bounce back for stuff like that. And then when you really do get injured, it lingers for a long time.
Oh yeah. I woke up one morning, I couldn't move my knee.
Just out of the
Literally, just couldn't move my knee. I mean, I'm talking about straightening out, wouldn't move.
Right.
What? Wake up, get up too fast. What's up with my back? So yeah. So and then unfortunately, one of our brothers, we had a group that we started in high school. It was you know, at the time when there was different world and all of that fraternity, sorority stuff was going on. We had started a group called Club Legit, and it was started in '88.
Yeah, I was wearing MC Hammer pants.
Yeah. Well, the thing with us now, back then we had Jabos, we had guests, we had, you know, so we was rocking the jeans, Tommy Hilfiger, you know, had the college sweatshirts. We used to wear the sweatshirt, wear a Tommy Hilfiger shirt over it, and then maybe have a Jabot throw shirt over top of that. So it was like 3 shirts, the little apartheid belts, and all of that type of stuff, or the guest belt with the J's came out. So we was, you know, rocking stuff. Yeah. But still, we stayed in touch over the years. But one of the brothers was found.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, you know, and we had just talked to him, and his name, Kels Hardrick. Cool guy, great guy. Somebody found him at his house. So it was like, nah, man, we gotta keep in touch.
Right.
Forget just once a year or in a special month. Keep in touch every so often, so we know you okay. You know, hey, if things are going on, you're not feeling right, get those checkups. Yeah. Go to that doctor regularly. You got to keep in touch with yourself. Yeah. Period. So.
And that's the thing that I realized when I started having those situations was that, because, you know, never went to the doctor when I was younger. It was just kind of like, when you're really, really sick, and it's evident that you need to go to a doctor, go to the doctor. Other than that, you take some Pepto-Bismol or, you know, some Robitussin, and you sleep it off, and thorough fluid, and then you find after maybe like a couple days. But now it's like I'm at that age where I go every 6 months to get checkups. Yeah. And
we would be at the hospital when we were at the emergency room.
Yeah.
That's how I knew going to the doctor.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in emergency for hours. Now, yearly checkup, then I do a recheck, then it's getting your blood screening and all that type of stuff. Urinalysis, you got to. Yeah. You got to. I may have, because I had put on a lot of weight. I took off 40 pounds in the last 6 months.
Okay.
So, you know, me being a chef, a lot of people would think I'm sitting there eating food. No, when I'm cooking, I don't really eat. And that was a problem. Not eating, because then your body starts storing fat.
Really?
So you got to eat to build up your metabolism.
Okay.
Metabolism gets you going. So when I was in the Air Force, eating 7 times a day, I was in the best shape of my life. 174 pounds, 3% body fat, animal. But I was eating 7 times a day.
Okay.
You know, and it just kept the fuel going in your body, keeps it going in and out, and that's what you need and require to stay your healthiest.
Okay.
But if you're eating that 1 time a day or twice a day, make sure it's a large meal at one parts of the day, and then maybe a snack, so you get that fuel, your furnace going.
Okay.
You gotta get that metabolism going.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So let's, because like I said, this is just a conversation.
Yeah.
Getting back to the food. So you're in Cleveland and you're learning from your mother, and you're getting all these recipes, and you're learning techniques and stuff like that. So you went to culinary school, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at what point did you like, okay, let me come back to Atlanta, and then, well, no, because you said you and your wife moved back to Atlanta.
Yeah. I came down first.
Okay.
Me and my 2 youngest daughters.
Okay.
We had 3 daughters together, and I had 2 older sons, from other relationships. So I came down with my 2 youngest in 2009 in February.
Okay.
She ended up coming down in May.
Okay.
Transferring her job. So from there, it was, I wanted to do events every day, or not every day, but every weekend. Cook some food, have people come through, and I kept hearing, hey man, you need to open a restaurant. Hey man, you need to open a restaurant. Hey Tony, you need to open a restaurant. You need to, man, this food is amazing. You need to. So I kept hearing it, but I didn't want to open a restaurant. That wasn't, till my aunt and my sister and my wife at the time convinced me, go to culinary school, at least get some credentials. So once I signed up for Le Cordon Bleu of Atlanta, my aunt paid for the entry fee. I had to write an essay, wrote that essay, got in after the interview, and I went to culinary school for 2 years.
Okay.
Graduated in 2012.
Okay.
From there, I was like, well, what do you want to do? Said, well, I don't want to be in a restaurant. I don't want to own a restaurant, but I want to cook for people. I like doing events. I like throwing parties.
Okay.
So somebody was like, well, you need to be a caterer. Oh, okay. So I got a mentor, Miss Joan Buns. That was her company. And Joan was out in somewhere near Decatur.
Okay.
I would go see her on Saturdays, help her prep for events. She did stuff at Stonecrest Mall, and she used to do food demos and things like that. So I was around a lot of people doing that, and it was interesting. So that's when I got into, all right, I'm a caterer.
Okay.
Start getting clients. Got a job out at the Masters 1 year.
The golfing tournament.
Okay. Golfing tournament in Augusta. So I'm doing the Masters. I'm doing dinners for like Tiger Woods, Condoleezza Rice, Bo Jackson, Chris Carter. Those types of people are out there. Jerry Rice. So I'm seeing these faces and seeing them just eating and just having conversations with you. So I'm like, okay, now, I want to be a celebrity chef. So I took it to a different level where I started kind of adding a little flair to it. So that's when I started doing the show with you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we started doing the demos and everything like that. And that got me, a lot of jobs booked. Wayne Gandy, that used to play for the Atlanta Falcons.
I remember you telling me about him one time. Yeah.
With his wife, Angelia, she, booked me, and then I would do events for her and her people and go out to that huge compound. So it was just stuff like that going on, so I just kept continuing with that.
Okay.
And that's start traveling across the country, Cleveland, New York, Texas, Colorado, back here, Florida. Now I'm in Baltimore. So,
So how long are you gonna stay in Baltimore? Are you planning on coming back?
Yes.
Or you are? Okay.
Yes. Not trying to say anything about people of Baltimore, but it's business there. I got an event home out there, Roses Inn. Me and my cousin.
I remember you showing me a picture of it. That house with the. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So, me and my cousin Karma. She has a dance studio out there, Karma Dance Factory, and then we have the Roses Inn.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's we got it on Airbnb, Booking.com, Verbo, but then we do events there too.
Okay.
Because it's on a quarter acre.
Yeah. It looked nice.
Yeah. So
a
lot of people's 5-bedroom house, 3 stories, got a game room. So just keeping that up. but it's a lot of things happening down here that I need to, kind of be more stationary here.
Right.
As a food consultant for a restaurant, and worked out a food truck with my guy Hans, who got me my first LLC. And then
and that's what you got going on here now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. His company and cheese. He has a business in Lenox Mall. They're transitioning to Midtown.
Okay.
Putting together things. Got the food truck going on. We're actually going to be at the Falcons game tomorrow, doing the tailgate and launching the food truck.
Okay.
Food trailer. So, it's things like that going on. Then also other things. I got my book that I wrote.
Okay.
So, food saved my life. How about that life? And it's a lot of that going on. So, then with this book, which that will be your copy, and I'll make sure I sign it at the end of this. Yeah. So people do autobiographies, people do cookbooks. I did a chefography.
Okay, I like that. Yeah,
so
chefography.
It's a story about pertinent dates or pertinent times in my life that meant a lot to me at that moment, or actually transitioned me at that moment.
Okay.
And I have a recipe related to it.
So the recipe is kind of like the timestamp of where you was at in life at that time. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a cool idea.
Yep.
Because that's similar to what people say about music. Like when they heard a certain song, they can kind of go back to where they was at in life when they heard that first song.
Yep.
So okay, so give me one of the stories. Food saved my life. So how did you come up with that title and like what's the story that kind of contributes to that?
Okay, well, actually, I'll start with the first story in there, which is at 10 years old. Unfortunately, at the time, me and my mother and sister, she's about to turn 2, we ended up getting evicted, and we were in a shelter in downtown Brooklyn.
Okay.
So there, my mother was working, trying to get us out of there, going to school during the week, and so I would have to pick my sister up from the little daycare center and bring her upstairs. I'm hungry, so I started doing little ravioli meals in the little crock pot or the little dish that my mother had, and then I would add onions, do a little seasoned salt, a little garlic powder, stuff like that. A little hot plate.
Yeah.
So doing those little dishes, I was a little creative at 10.
Okay.
So, and then we, eventually got out of there, moved down to Atlanta. But from that memory, I remember the ravioli. So from there, I got a dish called my shells and sauce.
Shells and sauce.
Yeah, shells and sauce. It's more or less like a stuffed shell with regatta cheese, and then it's covered with a sauce that I make, like a bolognese sauce.
Okay.
Yeah, bolognese sauce. So, from there, I kind of did a flip on the recipe itself, but that's the memory of it.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I got one from when I was in the military. One I also had.
Let me get that lighter. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. I got one from when I, got at my wedding. Got the lamb chop lollipops with a pomegranate molasses. From that, because I actually
hungry right now.
actually catered my own wedding. So so I got that type of, and then also too in life, young and dumb, I ended up going to jail when I was 30. Now I ain't gonna say too young, but I was young enough that I didn't realize consequences.
Right.
From there, we used to do breaks, which is ramen noodles.
So this was a recipe that you created in jail?
Well, I'm not gonna say I created it, but I put my flair on it.
Okay.
Again, as I said, when I do things, I put a flair to it.
Okay.
So the break was just ramen noodles and squeezed cheese and pickles, and it was just people who've been there know.
Oh, okay. So
But
what's your favorite jail meal? Because I used to hear Ali Sadiq talk about like it's almost like this own little ecosystem inside of there where people just make their own wines and toilet wine and doing all this kind of stuff with the what is it the honey bun with the cheese on it and all that kind of stuff. So what was your favorite one inside?
well, when I was in there, my wife used to send me these boxes, and with the boxes, I would get these little packets of shrimp. I would get packets of it was like lobster meat, clams. So, and then I would also get pasta, linguine, fettuccine, things that she could send me. So my dish in there was the seafood linguine that I used to make. I would make a cream sauce. I would get some milk from down at the little commissary, and then put a little butter in there from the couple of packets that I may have stuffed in my pocket. So I'll make a little cream sauce. So I was doing the fettuccine with the seafood with a cream sauce. That was me.
Okay.
Now, other than that, it was a break, which was the ramen noodles, because ramen noodles was just the most common thing there.
Yeah.
So, ramen noodles with the pickles, the crushed Doritos, because those would become, if you crush up Doritos enough, they become creamy when you heat them up. It's cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, you gotta.
Would have never thought of crushing up Doritos like
when you
that.
in there, you experimenting, you trying stuff. You do get a microwave, so you can do certain things. Some people would kind of put stuff in their plastic bag. Like say if they had a Dorito bag, they would put the stuff in the bag, put it up under their pillow just to kind of keep it warm. So it's just different techniques. So again, people who've been there know.
Wow. Make a way out of no way.
That's what you got to do.
Right.
We know with so many talented brothers and artists, singers, it's just there's so many things going on there. But got to do what you got to do till you get out of there.
So you get out, then what? Like, what are you doing after that?
I went to college.
Okay.
Because I graduated high school, but after that, the mindset to go to college wasn't there. I went to the service. I had applied to college and got accepted, but it was a rush. My mother, what are you going to do?
Okay.
I'm waiting for these colleges to let me know if I got accepted. She wasn't having that. She wanted to know, 18 years old, what's going on, bro? You need to get on up out of here.
Right.
All right. So I went to the recruiting office. They told me I had to take a little test. Took the ASVAB. Got great scores. Got accepted into the Air Force.
Okay.
So I did that. Unfortunately, while I was there, I ended up getting stabbed in the back, literally 3 times.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How? Who? Like what?
Trying to prevent a fight between one of my airman friends and a guy from the Air National Guard. My friend Twan from Jersey wanted to date or dance with this girl. She had a boyfriend. I'm looking at something else going on.
Oh, okay.
They're outside.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my little flirt on, but I get it. Hey man, hey Twan out here about to get it. You got to get him, man. You're the only one he'll listen to. Go outside. I try to break it up. I'm talking to Twan. The guy comes up behind me. I don't talk. I throw my hands. Bop, bop. Pick him up. When I pick him up, he stabbed me in the back.
Oh, okay.
He had a dagger in his sleeve. Got me 3 times in the back. And I didn't feel it, but
because of the adrenaline rush and all that, you didn't feel it at the time.
And I heard people say that before, like when you get stabbed, sometimes you really don't feel it, or even shot, depending on the shock.
Yeah.
So I'm walking away, can't really catch my breath, reach my hand behind, full of blood. My dudes grabbed me. One guy said he had to put 2 fingers in the hole to try to stop the bleeding. Got me to the hospital. I was in there for 8 days, had to get exploratory surgery to make sure no organs was, so from that, it was, I'm thankful for life, but I was really out of it then. I was in Aurora, Colorado, 2,000 miles away from home. Didn't have, at the time, the girl I was talking to, my mother. I didn't have family, so I was a little. And they didn't let me go home.
With the military?
Yeah, they didn't let me go
I
home.
thought when you have like get really injured like that, you're discharged because you.
I was supposed to get convalescent leave for 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
I got it from the doctor. Took it to my sergeant and said, doctor is actually saying that you're healing well enough to start school again in 2 weeks. So we're not going to approve that. Now you can go home for 2 weeks if you can pay for the ticket. I didn't have the money for a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing there were other resources I could have used. Of course, hindsight 2020.
Right.
But I didn't know that. So they stuck me in my room and I had to stay there for 2 weeks until my class I was in kind of caught up to where I was taken out of.
Yeah.
So, I started back to school. I just wasn't feeling it. Anybody who said anything, I went off on them. I was pissing on sergeant's boots. I was yoking up.
So after the accident, you just got real like you
Violent.
Fuck it, I don't care.
I didn't.
Is it the trauma from the accident, or you just all of a sudden you just upset that they didn't let you go home, or just
at the time I didn't know. I was just reacting. Now looking back, it was post-traumatic stress.
Okay.
So I wouldn't let people behind me.
Okay, yeah.
So
sense.
it was things that I was doing that I wasn't aware of then until I finally got therapy years later.
Okay.
But it was just my reactions. Somebody came up on me from behind, or they caught it.
Yeah.
Somebody startled me. It was bad for them. So I was going through that. Then eventually they asked me, hey man, do you still want to be in the military? I said no. So the Colonel James T. Openshaw of the base, Lowry Air Force Base, said, okay, well, we'll discharge you, but we need you to do detail duty. And this happened April 3rd, 93, my mother's birthday. I didn't get out till July.
Oh, wow.
15.
Okay.
Little did I know, he kept me in long enough for my benefits to become active.
Oh, that was a good thing.
Because I started in January.
Yeah.
So if I would have left in April, I'd have just been dishonorable discharge.
Nothing, all that for nothing.
So he got me a general discharge on honorable conditions. Did my 180 days. Now I got my military benefits.
Okay.
So, he looked out for me not knowing it.
100%?
100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I hear on the base all the time, man. Everybody's trying to get that 100%. Even somebody with their leg cut off, I ain't even get 100%.
Hey, lighter. Yeah. Yeah. Because they say this: if you go to the service and you come home in any condition that you weren't when you left, they owe you.
Okay.
So, my cousin came home. He went to the military in the Army. He used to work on tanks and trucks and jets. And he likes to smoke weed. He didn't smoke weed before he went to the military. He went to rehab.
Good.
Yeah, no, he's some more. But he went to rehab. He got a service connected condition. So, if you're not a scar, any type of anything, they owe you.
Man. So I'm trying to remember the timeline. So that was military. So at what point because you was dibbling and dabbling until you really got serious about culinary, and that was after the military, right?
After military, I was kind of working jobs. I was going, warehouse stuff. I did work in restaurants. I did do that. So
let me ask you this question. So what turned you off about working restaurants? Because when you think about somebody going to culinary school and they're good at what you do, that would be the ideal thing that everybody would think they would want to do. Like, okay, they want to open up a restaurant and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I was 16 working at Bob Evans restaurant. Little on the lines of an IHOP chain. and I saw how the management ran, then the different positions in the restaurant, people having to keep up with everything that was going on, from the shift to the stock of items that are coming through, the customers that are coming in. It was just a lot of responsibility. Not saying that I didn't have responsibility up under me, up in me, but it was just a lot. It was a lot to deal with. And I just felt, being an owner of that, I didn't want to have to be so involved in all of these people's lives.
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot. So when I decided on the catering thing, it was kind of just me.
Yeah.
Me, and
cook
if
the
I had
food
little
for the
staff.
service, for the customer, and that's it.
Yeah, it's more, because back then too, the cooks and stuff used to be in the back. It wasn't like it is now, where the chefs are the show. Chefs are up front. So back then it wasn't any notoriety in it, but then just being an owner, I didn't really understand the concept. Now I may invest in a restaurant, but I wouldn't be in there hands-on now, knowing. But at the time, it just wasn't something that kind of made me, I want to do that.
Okay.
So as I did culinary school, it became kind of your skill, your talent, who you are with who you are doing it for. So I always wanted, from that point, to make it an experience. It's hard to make an experience being with 100 people out in the dining room, to that where it's about you.
Right.
So that was my purpose for it. Yeah.
So now, because I think it was because of you, when we were doing that cooking show, I gained a lot of weight, because when you made those dishes, I was bringing plates home, and like, man, like that was a time right there.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you even got me interested in trying to do some stuff myself, but then when I would do it, I was just like, nah, I ain't got it.
Yeah.
I ain't got it. To this day, I still remember. I don't know what the young lady was that came onto the show. She was just helping out or something like that, and you were showing like how to make scrambled eggs, and how you like to get them to be fluffy and to look full. How you tilt the
pan.
Tilt the pan. And I do that to this day.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do that to this day.
That was Nicole.
And blanching string peas or something like that. And I remember doing that for my family one day, and my mom teases me. It's like, "Oh, so you're gonna blanch them today?" I was like, "Yeah, because that's what you're supposed to do with them. Like that's what he taught me to do."
Hey,
and they loved it though.
Yeah,
they loved it. And
okay.
so, but yeah, I remember those times, man. Like, I was going home to my little 1-bedroom apartment, my dog and I just chilling, and I would just come home with your plates, and I was just like, "Yeah, this is good right here, man."
Well, I appreciate it, because I mean, again, we were doing something. I really enjoyed that. And then the stuff, a lot of people they'll go back and watch some stuff. Or I had my partner Hans call me the other day. "Hey Tone, I'm cooking dinner tonight." First he said, "What should I cook?" Then when I gave him his list, gave him the items he needed to get, he called me, put me on FaceTime. "All right, now what I do?" So I walked him through it, which I do have a consulting. Let's say I do the culinary consulting. Okay. But I also do demos online. But if you want to call and ask and get tips, I'll do that as well.
So right now with the whole social media craze and all that kind of stuff that's going on, and how does one sustain a career being, okay, you're not having a restaurant and you don't have a food truck and you're doing the culinary stuff, but what are other ways of being able to sustain a career?
And specifically, like, say, catering, what I do,
catering,
chef. Well, that right there.
Because you keep saying consulting, so I'm imagining not just regular people, but companies are calling you to like, hey, come in and show us, or what, like, what are they?
Somebody who may even have a food truck, somebody who has a restaurant, somebody who is trying to cater, somebody who, whatever they're trying to do in the culinary field, I'll give them advice or give them tips or give them a SOP, a standard operating procedures, how to do whatever it is that they're trying to do.
Because you was trying to have one at one point, right?
For the
food truck.
Yeah,
the food truck. Because you were saying how it was difficult. Because I didn't know it at the time. Like subdivisions won't let you park your food truck in there. Because you were having a hard time trying to find where to park it.
Yeah, you
couldn't park it at home.
Right. They need a commissary.
Yeah.
So basically, if I was somebody I knew that owned a restaurant,
yeah,
say, hey, can I use your place as a commissary? And I could have parked it in their parking lot. But luckily, my daughter, my youngest, Janiyah, she played basketball for Henry County. And the coach was my guy, Coach Shook. And he's like, hey, man, sometimes for lunch, we like to have a little something different. You want to bring your food truck up here? And I did that a couple of times, and then I ended up asking them, hey, would it be okay if I park it here? Mm-hmm. They had a cafeteria, so I was able to list that as the commissary for my trailer.
Okay.
So, yeah, but to have one, and depending on where you are, subdivision or any place that has an HOA, you can forget it. Yeah, so, HOAs, hey, but getting a food truck is one of the best things you could do.
Really?
Food truck, trailer, however it goes, because pretty much you pick up and go. Mm-hmm. That's first. And then they're so in demand. But it's also good to have a great menu, of course. But other than that, no, the best thing to do. Because you're in control. You don't have too much overhead.
Right.
Like you're not worrying about your electricity bill and all that type of stuff. And, if you got a couple of employees, you pay them as you go.
Now, how did it work when you're going from like county to county or anything like that? Because I know with all the licenses, not licenses, but the code and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So do it changes up like if you're Henry County, but then you go to Clayton County or anything like that? Or is it just kind of, as long as you have your certificates that saying you certified? Well,
there's a way to have you have your whatever your home county is initially. Then with them, you can get like a addendum.
Okay.
To be able to go to different counties. Okay. So that it can fall under that. Now, when I first started, they didn't have that.
Oh, really? So they just now starting to do that.
I started in 2018. I was truck number 100 in the state.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it was...
So it wasn't even a big thing.
No. And that was one of the main reasons I wanted to get one, because it was... When I went to my cousin's graduation and Georgia Dome, we stepped outside waiting for the graduates to come out, and I'm looking around like, man, I'm hungry. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking I'm going to see a hot dog cart or a falafel truck or something.
Nothing out there.
Nothing. I'm like, man, where's the... Well, we don't have those. Not really. So I said, all right, it's my mission. I grew up in New York. Mm-hmm. Those things are everywhere.
Okay.
So it was just something I was used to. Mm-hmm. And this was me, just getting down to Georgia. But when I got mine, it was, which the investors, Tony Polk, my Uncle Doug, and my Aunt Deanne, and my cousin Tori, they helped me with getting that. I was number 100, and I tried to make sure that I knew exactly what I was doing. The first truck was Yumby. Yumby, YUUMBI. That was the first food truck ever in Georgia.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. So I was.
What did it serve?
At the time, I couldn't even tell you what their menu was.
Okay.
I just looked it up, found it, got the number, called the owner, say, how do I get a food truck?
And they help you out.
He walked me through it.
Really?
Yep. Okay. The son of the owner. Mm-hmm. He was on the truck helping his father. He walked me through the process.
Okay.
So knew where, go get your business license, how to get in contact with the Board of Health. You got to get your tax certification, all that information. So it was a lot to do. Mm-hmm. I did it, got it done, and it was great. It's just COVID
hit, and so. But you were thinking with COVID, like it'd have been really, because you're outside, and people couldn't really go outside. But was there an option for let me just deliver it to you and leave it on your front porch or something like that? Or I don't know.
If I would have kind of looked into other options at the time, I could have thought of something. Like, I think you had mentioned it to me one time about doing the demos on like Zoom.
Yeah.
So that could have just been something where I'm teaching people how to
The
cook
courses,
online,
because that's
and
what a lot of
courses.
people was doing back then.
Yeah,
They were
so
doing courses.
You were giving me ideas.
Yeah.
It was a lot of other things were going on behind the scenes, so it just wasn't really the front focus.
Yeah.
But I could have did something different from it, but it was very lucrative. And once I did make the decision to kind of move on to something else, it's like, nope, I got to get back to that because there's something to do. So again, me and my, I'm his accountability manager.
Okay.
But it's like, what else can I do? He had a rep come into his restaurant and to kind of let me get you your efficiency rating.
Okay.
Basically how you're running, what you can do to improve in these areas.
Okay.
And one of them was suggested as a food truck, a food trailer.
So he had a restaurant?
He has a restaurant.
Oh, he has. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So the
Leonard,
restaurant was there, then he get in a food truck.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So, with that, he decided to do that. Got it. Now is getting wrapped. It should be done today. Launching it tomorrow. So it's something to get into. I'm trying to get another one myself to get up to Cleveland. My son out there, Deontay, he wants to get into the culinary arts.
Okay.
And he can cook his ass off.
Okay.
So I want to get him one.
Okay.
So it's things that when it comes to that, I'll always have a passion with. I don't want to be their hands-on because I don't have to be. I still got my clients' favorite ones or the ones that are just loyal or that I've had over the years that I will do anything for. But for the time being, I'm just I'm being a teacher in it. And that pays more.
Yeah. Okay.
That pays more, but still yet it's also fulfilling.
Yeah.
And to seeing somebody else thrive in what they have a passion for. So,
what is your favorite dish to make? I know we probably have a whole bunch of them, but what is your thing? Like, what do chef recommend to make when he's hungry? He want to sit down and eat something and relax.
Sometimes that may not be the best question for a chef.
Really?
Because we can be very simple. Very like
ramen noodles with sausages in it.
You know what my favorite dish is?
What's
favorite dish? Fried chicken, rice, and green beans.
That's it. Fried chicken, rice. Nothing fancy.
Nope.
No extra Salt Bay on it. No nothing.
Nothing gotta switch it up like that or anything. Or need a cream sauce or gotta have a au jus or any nut. Nope. That's my favorite dish. Because when my mother made it, it was just
okay.
It brings me back. Like you talk about that nostalgia.
Right.
That's what it brings me back to, that moment when I would be sitting at that table in Queens and she would bring out that dish.
Right.
So, but now as far as the dish that I love to make, it's the pan-seared lamb chop lollipops with the pomegranate molasses, with the steamed asparagus, with the red peppers over a garlic truffle mashed potato.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like you describe stuff and it's just like, why didn't you bring that? Like, listen, can I taste it now? Like,
see, now when we do what we do, that'll be something where I can pop it out like, hey, and then people sitting there listening to a passage, then that pops out.
What? Let's brainstorm for a second, right?
Yeah.
So here we're here at the Cigar Bank. I forgot to mention that earlier. We're here at Cigar Bank, 19 Keys. What is it, 19 Keys Ferry? I don't even know the only place I work
Keys
at.
Ferry. 19
Keys Ferry, downtown McDonough, Georgia. Cigar Bank, when you come get your premium good cigars. And so we and the manager Miguel was talking about, and he actually mentioned this, like when you come back, whenever you prefer to come back, we was gonna do a book signing.
Yeah.
And I had just mentioned like, okay, let's not just do a book signing. Let's also, have some samples of your dishes and your stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about maybe, okay, we can brainstorm. So you throw out some ideas, I throw out some ideas. And so maybe we can have it to where it's almost like, people are paying for a cooking class or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and what would be the setup for something like that? You know, for it to be a good profit or whatever the case may be, like how many people would need to come and, you know, sign up or take the class, or how would we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But just to do something that's, because I'm always trying to think outside the box. Let's not do the thing that everybody else do.
Right.
Even if it's a little bit off the grid a little bit to where people don't really get it, at least let's do it and try to be like you said with the food truck, you was number 100. What, you know, the person that was the number one, guess what? Nobody even had the concept or the idea of even wanting to do something like that. So probably in their mind in Georgia, people was like, what is a food truck?
Yeah.
Like, what is like, are you going around selling food on the truck? Like, no, you're going to prepare it. Well, how do you do that? Because they didn't understand that concept of that you're actually going to have a grill or a stove and all that kind of stuff inside of a truck. So they probably didn't get that concept in it. So anyway, let's brainstorm, man, and just try to figure out something to where, because I don't even hear people even doing that anymore anyway, where they're doing like the cooking classes and stuff. Like, is that a thing that people still do?
Well, now it is, I'm not seeing it as much in locations, you know, beyond somebody just pretty much going to culinary school.
Right.
But they do that. A lot of things are done on Zoom, online, because people are still comfortable being in their own home.
Right.
Now, if people want to go out for, say, a date night or something with a couple or something just to experience something new, having a place like this, which the setup is amazing, to have a couple of little tables set out, a couple of little portable burners, you know, a couple of pans. You don't want to make nothing too crazy,
right?
But still having somebody come and show them how to work a technique of a meal that they may find as a favorite. Hey, what do y'all want to do this month?
Right.
Oh, I want to learn how to make a collard green spring roll. Oh, God. So, you know, that's one of my specialties. You know, so collard green, steam the collard green. Let's get some jasmine rice. Let's get some smoked turkey. Let's get some poblano peppers, some oyster mushrooms. Then I use my vodka sauce in that mixture. Mix it up.
We gotta remember about that too. Yeah.
Yep. Roll out that collard green. Put in a little dollop of it. Roll it up like it's a cigar.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. Yeah.
Roll it up, and then you have your apple chutney dipping sauce. So that's
we can do a 3-pair night for couples. Food, drink, and a nice cigar that can pair all three of those together.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yep.
Make it sound a little dirty. You're like, yeah, y'all couples want to have a threesome. We got a threesome going on here tonight. We're gonna pair the wine. We're gonna pair the drink with the food and the cigars.
Yeah.
Oh man, that'll be dope.
That's right. Hey, so you may have some other night. You may want to check the crowd coming in instead of thinking something.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a
no, but it's
a good little crowd. It's a nice older, laid back chill. You check the ambiance, so you already know what kind of crowd is gonna come in here. But you know, my thing is, I have a mind for marketing. I just never put anything to it.
Nah, you got to come on now, because stuff you was telling me, like you was really on a lot of things that are booming now.
Yeah.
So
and that's the thing that always aggravated me was that even with the podcast and stuff, like I was shooting podcasts for people before, like it was just in the white market, like white people was the only one doing it, and it was just audio, and it was just about to trickle into video. And I was telling black, because I was staying down in Macon at the time, and I was just telling guys about, like, they had businesses, they had bars, they had clubs, they were party promoters, and I kept telling them, like, y'all need to have a podcast, a weekly podcast where y'all, because the problem that they was having was they was like somebody who was just starting out or wanted to start out, they wasn't getting the crowd in the way they wanted to in the beginning. Yeah. So I was just like, well, what you need to do is, and everybody was doing the flyer stuff, like they were just, you know, posting on Instagram and stuff like that. Yeah. And that was cool. But I was just seeing how the comedians were getting into podcasting, and they was constantly putting out an episode every day, and they was constantly growing their audience. And so when they announced that they was going to be in Cleveland or New York or Miami or whatever, the people that had been watching them and listening to them for months or years, all of a sudden their ticket sales would boom because of that. Yeah. And so I was telling, especially the party promoters, event promoters, I was like, you need to start a podcast. And, you know, black people, it's kind of funny. We champion ourselves as being like, because we come from the hip hop era, hip hop mindset, that we make everything cool. But I feel like, and this is just my opinion, we're not innovators anymore. We're not innovating anything. We're not bringing anything new to the table. And so it's like, well, let's not reinvent, but let's start trying to like try some new things. Let's invent some things. Let's go back to hip hop when nobody knew what the DJ and the MC.
DJ or the MC was.
Yeah, because you know when hip hop first started, the parties first started, the DJ was the headliner. It was all about the DJ. The MC was just the person just to got the person hype. But the show, the main person was the DJ.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was always DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Eric B and Rakim.
Yeah.
So we was innovative and doing something new. So when it comes to now, just me personally, I don't see a lot of innovation and bringing something new to the table. Is well, that person's doing that and it's really popular and it's making me real popular on social media. So I'm gonna do what everybody else is doing because it's gonna make me popular as well.
Right.
And I'm like, no, we got to get back to creating something new.
Yeah.
You know, and so when I was telling them about the podcasting and stuff, again, this is before I would say, hey, do a podcast. What's a podcast? Okay, I get it. I'm introducing the iPhone to you before you even know what an iPhone is. I get it.
Yeah.
But this is what it can do for you. And nobody was on it.
Yeah.
10 years later, COVID hit. And it wasn't even at COVID. It was maybe like 2 years after COVID. All of a sudden, everybody just started having
the new
podcasts.
TV, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, like, I was telling y'all to do that like 12 years ago. Like, do it 12 years ago. And people who are starting it out now would be so aggravated that they're not getting as many views or shares or likes and so on and so forth. Or they want it to be so successful and go viral right from the jump, and they get upset when it doesn't happen. And I'm like, well, and these people that I know, and I'd be like, well, I told you started 7 years ago, and if you started then, now you have everything you was wanting to have. You know what you want out of it, you would already have that now because you've already built it. Right. You know, and so that's the thing that, you know, now when I'm looking at marketing and because a lot of the stuff that I'll be suggesting is not like I haven't seen it before. Like I've seen other cultures do it. Yeah. It just hasn't been introduced in our culture yet because we're always late to the party in some sense. You know what I mean?
Some sense, but I believe too. I mean, a lot of times though, as you said, we can be ahead of the game,
right? But
we don't have that support,
right,
from us,
right? That
a lot of other cultures do. You know, you can have certain things happen in a certain culture and everybody will stand behind them and put them on their shoulders. Right. Then you'll see that, boom, take off. Yeah. Sometimes with us, it's like, oh, you doing that? I could do it better. Yeah. But let me try it this way. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I heard them say that, but I'm going to do it like this. Yeah. Then you got so much of us thinned out. Yeah. Instead of
coming together
to build up that particular situation. Then, okay, you know what? You doing it? Hey, let me teach you how to do it this way. Then we can expand you. Right. But it's so, oh, man, I know, hey, they're not going to give the secret sauce. They don't like to give that up.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not going to take anything away from you by telling me to do it. I'm going to go off and do it a different way anyway.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it's ingrained in us in that manner of if I got to get to it, but I have to do it by myself. Yeah. Or I don't know, are they really going to have my back? I can't trust that. You know, it's just something there. But I've seen us get together and actually accomplish some shit, but it has to be that thought, that focus. My brothers, Club Legit. As I said, we started in high school in 88. I graduated high school in 92. Maybe 15 years after that is when I said, hey man, we ain't heard from each other on a consistent basis in a very long time. Let's do a reunion. They did a reunion. Now we got together, started an investment group. We purchased a home in April of this year. Okay. It's about to go on the market now. It's a fix and flip. Okay. It should be done Friday coming up. Okay. That's 16 of us got together.
Put y'all money together.
And did something. Started out with Chris, who lives down in Atlanta. Majority of the brothers are in Cleveland, but
Okay.
some are Chicago. I'm in Baltimore. Other people spread out, but we got together to do something.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible,
Yeah.
and then we're going to move on to something else. So it's just about trying to have that mindset of we can do this together.
Right.
As,
Now,
no,
go ahead.
Yeah, no, but just, again, just that trying to have that mindset.
So 16 guys, right?
Mhm.
So is there any delegation that y'all planned out? Like who does what? Because I think that's a big problem as well. Everybody wants to be the chief, but you can't have 16 chiefs, right?
So it all depends on what the project is.
Okay.
If you are an expert at it and you're doing this already, why am I going to try to tell you when you
How to do
already
it,
know?
yeah.
So that's one thing too. Now, some people don't know their role. So you will have that, as they say, too many chiefs in the kitchen.
Right.
Nah, but we were able to fall in line because Chris, he's a general contractor.
Okay.
He does this. So when he sits there and walks onto a block in Cleveland, it says, oh yeah, that one is mine, that one is mine, that one is mine. I just got these two over here and the one around the corner.
Yeah.
And then everybody else may have a home or renting or whatever you may be doing that may have some knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he knows.
But he's the expert.
So we were able to sit back, listen to him. All right. Okay. Oh, you got the crews already? Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So, and you just have to have that to be able to let go.
Yeah.
And listen.
Yeah.
And then we would have our weekly meetings, and beyond us as brothers talking and, a lot of stuff going to be said. But other than that, hey man, what we learning today?
Mm-hmm.
And you get knowledge, taking notes.
Yeah.
They're like, hey man, because I started putting notes in the group me.
Okay.
So, hey Tone, I see you pretty good at that, at putting together these, hey, why don't you start doing the proposals and the minutes of the meeting? And then I'm like, y'all calling me a secretary? they're like, nah, man, you do that well.
Yeah.
But that's what I love, documenting and things like that. I wrote that book.
Yeah.
So you got to know your strengths too. And sometimes you got to humble yourself.
Yeah.
Now, you will have some people that want to talk too much or do too much, but still, when you see something is productive, you fall in line, follow suit, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
And then benefit in the rewards of it.
Yeah, and so that was the thing, because when you said 16 guys, I was just like, I've known 3 guys to try to come together and do some stuff, and it fall apart because, Tony wants to be the big guy, but then Jeff wants to be the big guy. Tony knows more. Jeff, he just know a little bit, but then Randy's just kind of like, man, whatever y'all, you know what I'm saying? And it just it just fall apart after a while. And then Tony and Jeff get into it, and now it's like, oh my God.
Too, that I had learned, again, I'll probably bring his name up a lot, but Hans, he's one where, hey man, if we're doing something together, a lot of times if it's important enough, we may disagree, but you got to be able to tell me and we can discuss it to make sure we get to the next level.
Right.
If it's important enough.
Yeah.
So if you're not on that same path, like, hey, you may want to take the wheel today. Okay. And then you hitting all the speed bumps, you hitting all the dips. But what's the destination? Right. Are we still gonna make it there? Yeah. Like be a little more careful, but all right, now I got the wheel. Okay, we smooth sailing. Yeah. But we still heading in the same direction. Right. So sometimes, again, knowing the role you're playing, but we're still going for that same destination.
And everybody got to be on the same page.
Got to be on the same page.
What all do we want to, like you said, the destination, we all agree that we want to go here, and we want this to be the reward from it. So we all have our part to play. Just play your part.
Period. Yeah. And then again, if you got a gripe or a situation come up, talk about it.
Yeah.
Get it out. Don't hold it in, and then you want to go tell somebody ain't got nothing to do with this. And then
put it on social media, and next thing you know, just like, man, you just said this about me. What's really going on with that?
So that too. So, but hey, being grown men, we have to understand we can talk about it. If we need to go outside and slap each other a couple of times, it is what it is. But right now, we're not on that.
Right.
We're trying to put some money in our pocket. We're trying to build a foundation for our kids, our grandkids, or whatever it may be.
Right.
Was when I really started and made that decision to go to culinary school. Yes, it was people saying you should do this, people supported me to do it, but then I had to be the one to make the decision.
Right.
This is what I'm going to do. And why I made that decision was I sat down one day and said, if I die today, what am I leaving the world? Beyond my kids, of course, first and foremost, but what will anybody even say about me?
Right.
And I sat there for a while. Like, nothing. My name, Anthony Alexander, Sr. But what did I leave? What's my legacy? Okay, I want to at least have a legacy. I want to have something that I can actually put into a will. Then I was like, well, wills aren't the best thing to do. Yeah, they can be. Will. It's like, no, you want to get a trust.
A trust, yeah.
So then I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then that's when I started kind of picking up my game. That's when I decided, all right, I'm going to go to school. I had already had my college degree, like I said, after I got out of jail. I went and I took up criminal justice.
Really?
It's like, man, you ain't never going, you got a felony. You're not going to be a cop. I don't care. I want to know more about the law. So I did 2 years. Okay. Got my associate's degree in criminal justice. So then I went to culinary school, got my associates, went to my bachelor's in culinary arts. So I got that under my belt. I got some awards. I got some pins. You know, I've done a couple of podcasts. I own some property. Got some businesses, things lined up. Yeah. You know what? I got to trust now. Now I'm going for more things. Let me get some stocks. Let me get some bonds.
Yeah.
So it's all about what you want to think about yourself. If you're trying to ever leave something while you're here, don't just be here as a waste of space. Not saying that everybody is, but what are you doing?
Right.
What's your purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the thing that I was thinking about as well, you know, as far as like, you know, what I want to do with Urban Media Network and trying to get myself, because my situation was always, and I know it's, you know, getting into the whole trials and tribulation thing. Like once you got something going and it's trucking along, it's like, okay, it's finally got some wheels up under it and it's moving. Then all of a sudden something come along, like, nah, you got to stop it. Like you got to put it down, and then you got to find that will and that momentum to like, okay, because put it like this, it's like you moving uphill and you don't, all you got is a bag in your hand, right? And the bag's probably like a little 5-pound bag. It probably ain't that heavy or whatever. But as you go up the hill, you're putting more rocks in the bag. You know what I'm saying? And then you go up the hill a little bit more and you're putting more rocks in the bag. So now it's 5 pounds, now it's 25 pounds. 25 pounds to 50 pounds, right? So then after a while, so many years, you're going up this hill and you're just adding stuff on and you're getting stronger to be able to pick all that stuff up and lift it. But then something comes along that makes you got to put all of that stuff down immediately. And then however long it takes you to start it back up, well, now you got to pick 200 pounds back up. But yeah, it's that thing of just trying to pick it all back up, but it's heavier than when I started. Right. You know, and so the idea of having to start back over, because I know for you saying about the divorce and stuff like that. So how was it, you know, going through that, but then going to Baltimore and, okay, I was doing everything here in Atlanta and everything was going good. Now I'm Baltimore and having to start up there, or was things already cooking for you up there and just like, oh, I could just pick it up and go?
No, wasn't nothing. My cousin lived in Baltimore. That was it. My cousin and my uncle, his wife, a few other family members, you know, my cousin Nikki and my uncle Doug and his wife Sheila, and then my cousin Karma, her husband Michael. They were there in Baltimore. Okay. Things here were just, as you say, that walking up that hill and stuff piling on or in that bag, it was getting too heavy. And I decided that I needed to drop that bag. Okay. I had to put that bag down. Yeah.
Bag lady.
Yeah. Man, I had to put it down. It was too many. So I made a decision, actually sold that house. Okay. Yeah. Which I didn't want to do. But when you want to take care of you, because a lot of people will sit there and say, man, you're being selfish. You can't do anything for anybody else if you can't do it for yourself first.
You ain't healthy mind, body, and spirit, no.
Period. And I was not. I was depressed.
Okay.
I was not in a good space. I was in a house full of people, which I love, but I was lonely.
Okay.
It's 12 people in the house. I was lonely.
Wow.
So I said, I'm tired of being lonely. And I got away for a couple of weeks. And then eventually I was asked, why are you still over here? Well, why don't you want to go home? I don't like being there. So then I had the conversation of why. So I started giving my why. Well, you know, this is not happening and I want this to take place and it's just not. So what are you going to do about it? Okay, I started making the decisions. You know what? This is what I need to do. I wrote a list. And that list, the first thing I put on there was to sell a house. Like, damn, I don't want to. Nah, man. But that was the best decision of my life at that time. I sold my house. I called Open Door. If anybody knows about Open Door,
yeah.
Call them. They did a virtual walkthrough with me. Made an offer in 2 days. Double what I paid for the house.
Okay.
Thank you,
so
God.
You had to get it, so you got a good
Thank you,
investment
God.
on it. Yeah.
So I was able to take care of a lot of things. Then I said, well, you know what? Since I'm not going to be here, if you want to look at it this happened in 22, I could say until March of 22 to July of 22, I'm not going to say I didn't have a residence.
Okay.
But I was staying with my cousin up there in Baltimore, you know, just catching up on things. And it was like, hey, well, what do you want to do? You know what? I don't want to just have money in the bank. I want to invest. Looked at a couple places in Ohio, didn't work out. House worked out in Baltimore.
Okay.
So got the inn, started doing transportation with my cousin, and things started picking up. I was able to sit down and actually focus on me. I wrote my book. I put out some feelers on consulting. I got an offer to be a the accountability manager. Then I started doing that. Then I got with someone who wanted to start doing food festivals.
Okay.
Ujima, she got the chefing series. I did Brothers Who Can Cook, Sisters Who Can Burn.
Oh,
I was the featured chef for that in Baltimore.
Okay.
At the UB Blake Jazz Cultural Center. Amazing event. So I started doing things like that. Those are things that I wasn't doing before. Okay. Yeah, I was doing the food demos and things like that. Had the food truck, but that was great at the time. But you saw me, I was there. It was me. My daughters helped me a couple of times, my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter. But what I'm doing now is just on a different level. So making that choice and learning who I was and what I wanted to do, it made all the difference in the world. So now when I say, hey, kids, this is what dad is doing, they're showing up. Hey, let's go somewhere. Let's do something. It's different.
Okay.
It's better.
Right.
You know, because I'm better.
Yeah.
So now I can do more and feel like I want to do more because I know I'm okay.
Yeah. So that mental health side definitely plays a big part in it.
Big part. Major part.
And then having to make that tough decision to leave is a big thing as well, because most people, most people, they work for that home, the house, the wife, the everything, and you get it, and then you say to yourself, okay, so now I just got to maintain this. But what if that thing that you're trying to maintain is making you unhealthy? So then it's like, well, am I trying to just make this unhealthy thing healthy again? And then you try until it's just like, I can't get it there. Like I can't get it to where it's making me healthy. So do I just stay in it and be unhealthy? Or do I just because for a lot of people, I'm pretty sure you experienced this, to say, well, I'm dropping this and letting it go to move on is even a hard choice to make in itself, because all these responsibilities and stuff that you just put on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Do I want to let all that go and redefine who I am and all that kind of stuff? And so a lot of people stay in marriages and situations and housing and financial debt because of you. See, I'm gonna put you on camera. Yeah. But a lot of people are, you know, they don't want to let all that stuff go because they made that promise to themselves, but that promise is hurting them and it's hindering them.
Yeah.
You know.
Didn't you because you had moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I moved. I didn't want to move.
Yeah.
You know, because I had things going in Atlanta until I got to the point to where it was just like, because I actually did it 3 times. The first time was I was trying to hold on because of the recession hit, and I was losing job, and this job was good, and then we ain't making no sales, we got to let it go, and then it got to the point to where I was living in an apartment in Sandy Springs. It was a single bedroom, and I was making maybe, again, this is recession time, I was bringing in maybe $1,000 a month in on I think my apartment was like $570 a month. And I couldn't make that because the job that I was working at kept cutting the hours. Wow. And so it got to the point to where I literally felt homeless in an apartment because I couldn't do nothing but pay the bills.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I had a car that I didn't even have money to even get that fixed when it broke down. So now I'm riding a train from Sandy Springs to the airport and back.
Damn.
Living in Sandy Springs, working at the airport, cutting the hours, working overnight. And the trains here stopped running at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. Well, we stopped working at 2. The trains don't start back up till 4:30. So I'm sleeping at the airport from 1:30, 2 o'clock till the train starts at 4:30. Then getting on a train and taking a ride back to Sandy Springs.
Oh, wow.
So I'm getting home at 7 o'clock in the morning, you know, and then I get my paycheck. Well, I can pay my rent, but I ain't got no more money until the next paycheck.
Wow.
And I was just like, so now I got to like pawn my equipment just to have $70 or $80 in my pocket so I could put a little bit of food in a refrigerator. Yeah. But here's the thing, the pawn shop started getting hip to what I was doing. So the first time I took my cameras in to pawn them, they gave me $150. But then when I got paid, they weren't making no interest on it because I would pay to get my stuff back out.
Yeah.
So after that, they were just like, "No, we're giving you $80." And then I would go and pay that off. And then third time I did, it was like, "No, we're going to give you $50 for it."
Oh.
So they just kept, because they weren't making any money off of me.
Yeah.
So when it got to the point, I was just like, I can't live like that. And so that's when I ended up leaving the first time. And then the second time, I think I ended up leaving because my mother had got a divorce and she needed some help.
Okay.
So I ended up moving down to help her out. And then the third time was I had moved back. And then the third time was, okay, I'm making pretty decent money. I got a really good job, but I'm not saving anything, and I don't want to keep living in apartments, and I got to save money to buy a house.
Right.
And so I moved back with her the second time so that I can save up money to buy a house. And then that's when I met my wife, and then boom, 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 that whole thing happened. So then we ended up getting a house back here in Locust Grove. But I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
Not one time, because I was still lifting 50, dropping it at 200, but then struggling to pick the 200 back up.
Yeah.
Trying to go back up that hill, but I'm not even going that far because my stamina kind of wearing out because I'm mentally getting drained.
Yeah.
And so it get to the point where I was just like, I just got to drop all these rocks and just go back down to the hill and start all over again.
Yeah. No, I call it a big pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it was. So I definitely understand that. And, you know, and we have some type of solace in that. Unless, okay, I got through it. I'm better because of it. I know what I don't want to do.
Right.
That's not happening again.
And that's another thing too that we learn from those lessons too. Like, we learn what we don't want anymore. Like, now I can see when, and I be telling my wife this all the time, like, I don't feel bad about what I went through. I didn't want to go through it.
Yeah.
But now that I know that I've been on that side, I know how to avoid that side now. Before I didn't know how to avoid the side.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh no, I'm just gonna keep going, and then get to the point where it was just like, I can't buy a pack of bologna,
Man.
like bread and bologna.
Not the bologna.
Yeah,
no, come on now.
it was bread and bologna because that was my when I got the $80 when I pawned my stuff. First thing I went to, didn't have a car. I just caught the bus down to the Kroger's, and I was just like, TV dinners, Bob Evans sausages, some bread, and that was what I had to eat until I got paid my next paycheck.
Wow, man.
And so I was just like, and so that's when, speaking of mental health, that's actually when I first started having anxiety attacks. I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
I didn't know what it was when I had my first anxiety attack. I was on the bus. I was getting off from work, and this was from the first job that, because me and my cousin was working at Hewlett Packard in Alpharetta, and he ended up moving, and I had to get a place by myself. And my car broke down, didn't have the money to get it fixed, and so I just had to let it go. And so I just started riding the bus from Sandy Springs to Alpharetta, and I remember being upset at something else. It wasn't being broken because I was making decent money during that time, but it wasn't enough to get my car fixed. But anyway, I remember running to the bus because I'd never ridden the bus before. Like I never had to rely on public transportation before. Okay. So I remember running for the bus, getting on the bus, and I don't know what came. It was just this overwhelming feeling that I had, and all of a sudden I just felt like I just had to throw up, and I was gagging on the bus, and I was just like, and I was gagging. I was too embarrassed to throw up on the bus. I really didn't have to throw up, but I was just gagging the whole lot. And I was just like, why the hell am I gagging? I got to throw up. And I was so embarrassed that it was happening. So I was trying to hold it in because I didn't want to show that in front of people that I was being that whatever I was going through. And so it got to the point where I literally had to hit the bell to get off the bus, get off to the side. And I was trying to throw up, but I couldn't throw up. I was just like, what the hell's going on? And so now that fear and all the stuff that was going on with me was happening to me.
Yeah.
And it got to the point to where I literally had to chew gum to kind of get my mind off of my anxieties. Whenever that was, I didn't know what it was, but I chewed gum just to keep my mind or my body doing something, so I wouldn't have the attack. But then it wasn't until like years later, because it would always happen when I was upset or like something was going on with me. And so one day I was just watching TV and I don't know what program it was, but somebody was saying how they was having. It wasn't like a documentary or an interview. It was like somebody was like literally like a real like television show, like Law and Order or something like that. Somebody was just like, yeah, when I get anxiety attacks, I constantly throw up and do this and get the lump in my throat. And I was like, that's kind of like what I go through.
Okay.
And so then when I looked into it, it was just like, oh yeah, you was having panic attack.
Wow. You
was having a panic attack. And I was just like, oh, so I have panic attacks. Damn.
Yeah.
Me?
Right. That'd be that first thing, not me.
Yeah, like, no, I'm
man,
a panic attack. Yeah. Like, nah, I ain't had a panic. But then when you look into it, man, your mental health really messes with the physical health of your body. And I didn't know that. I'm like in my mid-30s at the time. Yeah. Like, I don't know anything about it. We was talking about health earlier, you know. I don't know anything about any of that. I'm just...
You don't, at the time, you really don't, especially if that wasn't something as a culture we even thought about. It was a taboo to even mental health.
Yeah.
What do you, man, you better go ahead on with that.
Yeah.
Because we were taught don't cry.
Yeah.
You don't come to me with that bull.
Don't come in with the bull.
I don't want to hear it.
Matter of fact, when you, as a young boy playing with your cousins, when you fall down and you went to your parents, what they told you? All right, get up, rub it off,
dust it off,
keep playing. Going. And so as men, we have that mentality growing up to where now we are not trained to really pay attention to our emotional side or really take the time to really sit down and think about that vulnerable side and how to heal that when we do. It's just brush it off.
Yeah.
Ignore it.
Yeah.
And so all of that stuff builds up inside of us for so long, and we have the strokes and we have the heart attacks and on top of all of the bad stuff that we're doing, the bad foods and the bad activities and all that stuff play a part. And next thing you know, you're passing away before your wife and
So
you're like, oh man, John was just 32. How he have a heart attack? Well,
yeah.
he
was going through hell and wasn't letting none of it out. Wasn't releasing none of it.
letting
Wasn't
none of
talking
it
about
out.
it.
Yeah.
We'd never know.
Yeah.
And that's, because again, it's pushed on us as we're growing up that to hold so much in.
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to hear about you.
Yeah.
No.
You couldn't even go to your dad or to your friends.
You
like,
better
man,
not.
what the hell? Your heartbreak. Your girl didn't call you back and whatever. And you try to go to your boys like, man, you better go out here and find you something else.
There's another one out there.
There's another one out there. It's like, but I'm feeling something. But we're taught not to really explore that. And and so the masculinity and all that stuff come into play. Like, nah, just go get you another. Now, when you with a girl and you start feeling that vulnerability and I'm about to get hurt. Nah, go the hell on. I'm gonna go over to this other girl. Now you're creating that whole dynamic.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Instead of learning how to deal with the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't know how to sit there and talk it out.
Don't know how to talk to.
You know, like, I feel this way. Gotta go do this. Nope.
Yeah. I mean, even now with my wife, sometimes with her, learning to be married, she'll be trying to have conversations out of the blue, and it'd be something emotional. I'm like, I don't want to have that conversation. I don't feel like being emotional. Like when my dog passed away like 2 months ago.
Oh man, sorry about that.
And she would do this thing where all of a sudden she was like, "Oh, I miss our dog," and I'd be like, "I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm good. No, I cried for him one time. That's it. That's all I don't want to do no more.
No,
I'm good. No.
So,
you want to go get something to eat? Like, I'm diverting the conversation.
Nigga,
like,
want to
go get something to eat?
Gotta put that shield up.
Yeah,
nope.
You want to go to the mall? She do some shopping. And like, we just talk like we don't want to purposely be emotional for anything.
No.
When it's necessary, yes. But I'm not finna sit here and jog my memory to like, okay, well, I just feel like I want to cry today. It's like, I'm not gonna do that.
No vulnerability. I don't know. Can't show it. Don't know. Truthfully, a lot don't know how.
Don't know how.
So saying it is one thing, but knowing what to do or how to.
Yeah.
I've been in therapy since 2002. It's 2025.
Right.
So a lot of skills and techniques I learned in dealing with anger, frustration, and having the conversations. But still, that habit is just instilled in you.
Yeah.
Comes into play. So that's why therapy has continued.
Right.
Because yes, I may know a little better, a little different. I can talk a little more, but it's still not all gone because it's who I am.
Yeah.
But stuff like this on these type of podcasts, I have a friend. His name is Royal. One of the brothers of Club Legit, and he wanted to start having what he called milk crate conversations. Back in the day, sit down on the milk crate outside. We had the milk crate sit out. We used to turn them into basketball hoops. A milk crate was a lot of things.
Yeah.
But sitting down on it was the main thing. Having conversations about us as black men. Some of us raised in a household with just a single mother.
Right. Yeah.
So with that, we don't know how much emotion we really do have because we saw it on a constant basis.
Yeah.
In our mother.
Right.
There wasn't really a man in the house to even kind of guide us with what they were talking about or should have been talking about or telling us how we should feel about it.
Right.
We went off our mother's emotions.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't know it.
Right.
So our lives outside of growing up, we may not say we're emotional. We are.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to express it.
Yeah.
Verbally.
We do it anger.
That's how we can be scared. We can be frustrated. We can be depressed. We're going to show it in anger.
Yeah.
Because
or
that's
show it sexuality. Show it why I'm upset or I don't know anything. So I'm going to take it out on this female. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to be sexually aggressive towards females.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's the only way I know how to let out the aggression.
Conquer, get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it out. Now we may have now we got these 5 broads chasing after us because we didn't, but we don't know what to do.
Kids that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, but if I would have just known how to talk it out, I wouldn't be paying the child support.
I got 2 sons that are 30. One turned 30 in June, one turned 30 in August. So got Irish twins, as they call them. But again, that frustration, that getting it out, we can ruin ourselves if we don't have these types of conversations. Now, what we can do now is try to pass it down to the younger ones to at least try to give them some understanding.
Yeah.
So, but mental health is a big thing now. They have the seminars and we talk about it and books and all of that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But, it's part of growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you at now? You know what I'm saying? And, you're talking about the food trucks with your cousin that y'all trying to.
Hans.
Hans. Okay.
Yeah. As far as the consulting of the restaurant and then, helping with the planning of this food truck, getting it together, and then other things that he wants to do, I'm kind of on that team.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I have the event home, Roses Inn in Baltimore. Me and my cousin Karma, we're partners in that.
Okay.
And then I assist with her dance studio.
Okay. So you dancing?
No, I ain't showing them the little, I ain't boogieing. I ain't giving them
boots on the ground. You ain't doing boots on the ground, man?
No boots on the ground. No, damn sure no boots on the ground. But no, I help with getting the kids from school to the studio.
Oh, okay.
So transporting the transportation service.
All right.
But hey, them little kids she get them between the ages of, I think 3 and 12. She does these shows when her summer camp ends, when school begins, and then I think the midway through school and the end of the year.
Okay.
So these dances and shows she puts on, watching these kids perform is amazing.
Okay.
Like, her teachers and what she does is amazing to see them do that. So, just trying to also instill that art, being an artisan to children, give them some way to express themselves.
Yeah.
I also formulated this thing called TEAM, TEAM, through my How About That Chef company, where it's a mentorship program.
Okay.
Now, TEAM is basically taking your time. E is effort. A can be different things of achievement or just kind of being about something.
Yeah.
And then M is your mindfulness, your mental.
Yeah.
So being able to meditate, being able to talk about it, being able to go to therapy.
Okay.
So in this mentorship program, and it could be for anything, I'm starting it with culinary arts, but it could be for any type of field that you're in, where you get kids starting from the 9th grade on.
Okay.
In this, where we do different types of classes, courses, and then demonstrations.
Okay.
So that's something that I'm moving forward with in Baltimore at this school called Mervo. It's a technical school. So it's going to be starting with their 9th graders.
Okay.
So, so those are the things I'm trying to do, because as I say, I want to start trying to get at them, at kids and people as they're younger,
right,
to give them an advantage.
Most impressionable.
Yeah. Because again, with a lot of stuff, we used to have this stuff.
Yeah.
Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club.
Centers.
Yeah.
Things like that. So, just trying to give
home
them some more of that.
class and all that stuff
and
in school.
That's the main premise of it is home ec.
Yeah.
So, financial literacy.
Yeah.
How to invest. What is credit?
Yeah.
Things like that. So, just trying to give them some.
So you're still doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on this gift that you showed me earlier.
Oh yeah.
So you got to tell me about this.
All right, 1 second. All right, now this is Edmund's Honor, and it is a new bourbon that has been brought out by Pronghorn. Pronghorn is a company my cousin and a couple of her partners had developed. Dia Sims is my cousin. She's associated with one of the owners or partners in Diageo. This bourbon is Madagascar vanilla.
Okay.
And the guy, Edmund, let me get his name. I want to get it right.
I was going to ask, who is Edmund?
Yeah, let me get his. I want to get his name right. Don't want to be out here just saying things. So, come here. All right.
And I'm and the vanilla is what caught my ear because I love anything with a vanilla taste to it.
Okay. So It is crafted by a liquid curator, Tracy Franklin. And it's a tribute to Edmund Albius.
Okay.
He was a botanist. Okay, so what he did
so that's the whole idea with the flower.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the thing. He's a botanist that revolutionized vanilla cultivation by hand pollinating orchids. So Pronghorn, they are an industry-wide trailblazer providing new opportunities for underrepresented founders and entrepreneurs in the spirits world.
Okay.
Basically, a lot of diversity they're trying to bring into the spirit world.
Okay.
Us.
Yeah.
They're trying, so Dia Sims is one of the curators of that company, and that's their first actual spirit they developed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they have stuff. You ever heard of Greenwood whiskey? Okay. Well, they're one of the companies that they deal with Tea Capri, tequila. They have multiple brands that they've gotten into their vault that they've helped develop and curate. Change the labeling, the bottling, things like that, giving them with marketing.
I like that.
So that right there, and I'm not a bourbon drinker, but that
it's good.
Amazing. Yeah, like with this this cigar here, or anything of a lighter or milder flavor,
Connecticut
something a
cut
little sweet,
or something like that. Yeah,
that'll go perfect with, definitely. And then if you throw in some, either some lamb chops or a nice steak, with a truffle butter glaze.
So basically what you're saying is when we do the event, this is going to be the bourbon that we pair with a cigar and a dish.
We can definitely have that, a cigar and a dish that will go perfectly. So, hey, that threesome would be amazing, brother.
That threesome going to be amazing. So it's going to be some threesome after they go home with all that, bro.
Hey, boy, you better watch out now. Better watch out.
Man, I'm glad you came down. I'm glad you stayed in touch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We gonna keep it going, bro.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Keep it going, man. Like every time we talk, I'm like, are you back yet? Are you back yet? Are you back yet? Because I'm ready to go with it, man. So, man, appreciate you for coming through again. We're at, how did I forget where we at all of a sudden? I gotta get used to doing
bank.
that.
Yeah, we had
the cigar bank. Yeah, 19 Keys Cigar Bank downtown.
Got the vault
and
right
it's sitting
there.
right, the vault right here. Yeah, I'm gonna take you back there so you can check it out too.
Okay.
Yeah, but we at Cigar Bank, 19 Keys, downtown McDonough, Georgia. Please come through, buy any of our premium cigars that we have here. Pretty soon we're gonna be opening up the second level for members. It's gonna be an Airbnb.
Oh wow.
For people that are coming in from out of town, as a member, you'll be able to rent it out and have your own Airbnb. And then I think the rooftop level is going to be available as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he got a lot of big things he want to do with, like it's going to be some upscale stuff going on.
Yeah,
here, man.
Okay.
So,
and again, this place is amazing. I love the brick feel of it. Yeah. That the vault, the front door.
Yeah. It hits you, don't it?
Man. This place is amazing.
And then that's a real bank door.
Yeah.
Like it takes some off to get it open.
Okay, no, it looked like it got some weight to it. Yeah. So and again, I'll be doing other things with the book. I'm going to be doing more events with that, but the one that we're going to do, we're going to definitely get that word out in timing, right? Again, everybody can follow me on how about that chef _ATL.
Where can they order the book?
And the book can be ordered on Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be ordered on Amazon. I'm working with Barnes and Noble now to get it out there as well. So
because I just had an idea when we pair, and we're gonna call it the threesome event.
Yeah, hey.
When we do the event, man, if you want to do the tutorials of like the cooking, or if you just want to have stuff for them to eat, however you want to do it. But I definitely would love for you to read some stuff from the book. Just kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the stories is what it's all about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so I would definitely love to bring you back in. Oh, yeah. Do you have a JPEG image of this?
Actually, I do have a JPEG that I can send you.
Send it to me, and I can put that up there. And also get with them on JPEG image of this right here, so I can put it up as well. And where can they get this right here?
Well, there they can get through pronghorn.co.
Pronghorn.
Pronghorn.
Okay.
PRONGHORN.co.
Yeah, text me all that stuff so I can put it in there.
Yeah.
So they know where to get this, because on my next episodes, I'm definitely gonna be sipping on this.
Yeah.
Not even next episode. As soon as I get home tonight, it's gonna be open.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
I got a couple
and
of
again,
vanilla
I'll thank
cigars
Dia
in there.
Sims for that. She is
What's the name?
Dia Sims.
2 M's or 1 M?
2 M's.
2 M's with
2
me.
M's. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
2
It's making
M's.
sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Baltimore. No,
Well, no, she's my cousin. She was New York, but born
Okay.
in California. But
because I was gonna say, so my
Yeah.
grandfather's a Sims, but he was adopted into Sims.
okay.
So we're always
Well,
he
that's-
knows his family history. So I'm always, because usually when I see Sims, it's always 1 M.
Okay. Well, that's because her husband, that's Keith
Okay.
Sims. So so he's from Baltimore. So
We might be related.
yeah. So
Right.
I may
Get a
have to
lot
break
of
it, and then like I
free
say,
Edmonds,
he's a cigar aficionado. So
Well, we need
he
to get him
come
down here then, man.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, he definitely need to know about this spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
most definitely, man.
because he will travel abroad. He does it. He loves it. He at his, I think it was his 40th. He had the guy rolling them.
Yeah.
In the part made boxes of them.
Really.
That was crazy. That
Talk
was
with
amazing.
them and see
Yeah.
about bringing them down here when we do the event, and we could just do a whole big thing for both of you guys.
Okay, I'll see what they're doing. If they're not somewhere in traveling the world, but they.
Oh, they got money.
They they okay.
Yeah.
They doing all right.
Okay.
So no complaints there with them. But when a lot of things that I was doing with that she was sponsoring before when I would do events. So she's helped me out and supported a lot.
Okay.
As I say, us getting together and supporting
Yeah.
can turn into so much.
Yeah.
So she's always been that one.
Okay.
And then but yeah, man, I appreciate it. Appreciate being here.
Yeah,
Love the
man.
conversation as always.
Cool.
Great cigar.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'll be hollering at you, brother.
Appreciate it, brother. Thanks y'all for watching, and keep y'all on the next one, man.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Yes.